You cannot say he's the prime minister of Biafra. Nobody does that. No, you can't tell me that. I won't agree with you. I'm not an autopilot human being. I'm being powered by God, and God has command and control. God controls the air, control the sea, control everything. If you want rain to fall, rain will fall. If you doesn't want rain not to fall, so our grace as an IPOB is based on nature, and nature is God. Anything from that, I am not automated. I can never be automated by anybody or by any ideology.
They fear for their lives. That's why they don't invest in the southeast. Is it the responsibility of the federal government or the state government?
Yes, let me tell you, the state governors cannot really do much because the security architecture is not solely within their grip. You must understand that. Igbo man has never been in a position of the presidency for over 104 years. Can't you be scared of who these people are? Without any government presence, without any federal government infrastructure. Mention one.
I used to mention the second Niger bridge.
What a disgrace. Second Niger bridge. Is it for 104 years?
The Aloji power plant.
Considering which Aloji, which was a private initiative with the government of the state, was it a federal government project? Kai! Can't you understand what we are talking about? The present day rail project that was scattered all over the country. Did you see anyone happening there? None. So is it not a shame? And you're telling me that I should sit down and pretend that I'm not carrying a burden? Forget that the Igbos are struggling. But today, we are seeing it happen, that the security architecture is not solely in the grip of any governor. It is a question of the federal government. So what they needed to do is that at any point they show interest for government to attract federal government attention. But because they are Igbos, they look the other way. Igbos are sacred. They don't like wasting blood like any other people.
Like any other people?
Yes. They don't do that. Christianity was first introduced in Igbo land. The record is here. Before any kingdom, you see here, before the Benin Empire, there was the kingdom. 900 AD. After 1000 AD, that is when we begin to hear about Benin Empire. You see that the Igbo understand who they are, and they are the ancient people who believe that what they do to a fellow man matters. And that's why they always say, in case you don't need to kill. Rather, you take him, the person, or point the direction the person will go and fetch. What does that mean? That live and let live. If you say I will not live, show me where I will live. If you refuse to show me where I will live, then there will be a problem. And that's what happened in Nigeria. So Obi Cubana is not far from the truth. He needs to survive too. He needs business to flourish. Until we begin to see a joint effort, by the leaders of the Eastern Nigeria, and to understand that this insecurity was a deliberate act, was a decided threat, using Nnamdi Kanu in detention. So we need to understand that very well, that they need to actually sit down and look at it from that perspective. Once they look at it from that perspective, they will get everything right. They will know at every point in time now, they will need to put a thorough security check, to make sure that the issue that has to do with threat to Igbos by the enemies of Igbos who are domiciled in Igbo land will be brought to nothing at the end of the day.
Does IPOB have a hand in this insecurity?
Let me tell you, IPOB, I understand very well. I give them 100% kudos. They have come to build on our identity. What IPOB is not is
IPOB
doing.
Autopilot or IPOB DOS?
I'm talking of IPOB. IPOB, indigenous. IPOB has been enshrined in the United Nations Charter. You must bear the name IPOB, indigenous. United Nations want to know, see that name, indigenous, meaning these people are the owners of the land. Just like what is happening in Lagos. They said they don't want to be part of Southwest because possibly has been believed that, and let me that Southwest is not even contributing anything in Lagos State. So they don't want to be part of that. They want to maintain Lagos single status of Lagos before the amalgamation. Lagos State was not part of the amalgamation, and the fear of the dangerous spread of Tinubu's political dynasty, that has crippled Lagos with alphabeta for over 30 years now. The fear is there, and the Lagosians themselves, who are the indigenous people, are saying we can stand alone, but Biafrans can be part of the grace and honor at the end of the day because they know the level of contribution. Go and ask Fashola. It's there in the government house. They can ask them during Fashola. They should bring out the gazette. The government gazette, though it's a secret document, that they'll be able to know the level of contribution of Igbos in Lagos State. Very important. So IPOB command and control means that they are in charge of humanity. They know that humans need command too. They need control too.
What of IPOB Autopilot?
The difference between IPOB or what do you say?
Simon Ekpa, IPOB Autopilot.
There's nothing like IPOB Autopilot. I've not heard anything from that, but I used to be having a close relationship with so many people who are building a particular write-up on Autopilot, but for me, I want to concur with the modus operandi of IPOB. I am comfortable with that because it makes international standard. It makes United Nations requirement. And that is why you see the lion himself there. Roaring to the extremist Islamic judiciary in Nigeria. So he knows. He says it. I will defeat you in your Islamic court in Nigeria. It's not because he said it. And he maintained it. You can see his position on that on daily basis. If you come to any other thing apart from what we are seeing so far, I'm not. I will question it 100 times. Especially, I'm not in conflict with anybody, but I am in conflict with the word autopilot. So on that note, I want to make it very clear. The umbrella body that houses every form of group, organization powering Biafra currently now is under the able leadership of the supreme leader. The maximum man himself, if I want to define him, a man of many parts, a man who has shown competence, a man who has shown reliability, a man who is selfless, a man who has the umbrella of grace upon him, a man called hero. I'm talking about no other person, that the maximum supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for building.
Do you recognize Simon Ekpa as Prime Minister of Biafra?
Let me tell you that if I actually want to address the issue of Simon Ekpa as if you say if you say he's the Prime Minister of Biafra, I don't think if there was any democracy conducted in that regard, if there was any referendum done on that regard, if there was any election done on that, we are not going to be Banana Island like any other country in Africa. Things will be done properly based on Bible principles. That's why Biafra is different from other nations. They are asking, Biafra, is it going to? No! We are going to show a level of age, that the black man in America, who is a Sudanese man, who is from Gabon, who is from Tunisia, who is anywhere, as long as you are black, you will be proud of that kingdom called Biafra, because the principles of our government will be based purely on humanity and charity. having the strongest defense in the world. Nobody's going to take that away from Biafra. It's a done deal. But away from that, you know, people like me will question how Simon Ekpa became the Prime Minister of Biafra. Who voted for him? Okay, self-acclaim. Okay, he's self-acclaimed. Okay, maybe he feel he is on a point which is unprincipled. That's okay. But you cannot say he's the Prime Minister of Biafra. Nobody does that. No, you can't tell me that. I won't agree with you. I'm not an autopilot human being. I'm being powered by God, and God has command and control. God controls the air, control the sea, control everything. If you want rain to fall, rain will fall. If it doesn't want rain not to fall, so our grace as an IPOB is based on nature, and nature is God. Anything from that, I am not automated. I can never be automated by anybody or by any ideology. So we must understand that. For me, my own opinion, no regrets. I'm still saying it. I will say it. I don't have any issue with Simon Ekpa's personality. In case this video gets to him, in case people say, no, I am saying what I am saying until we have a clear point where the world will say, this is where to go. Our sovereignty assured, our territorial waters, everything. We are in charge of our air and everything conducted. Biafra has come as a nation. They are going to exist as a nation, not just as a walking stick nation. You know what I mean? You know, if Biafra rise and stand, we will not be using walking stick like any other black nation. That is like Nigeria. Nigeria is walking like an old man. You know, but unfortunately, you know, you can see how we got to that point we are.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
You know,